that Fox for House call with Dr. Andy, and today, teens and drug use. You might be surprised to learn your teens are actually listening to you. And this is a local study done in Lee County schools.
Right, done by the Lee County School District. And they interviewed middle school students and high school students about not only their use of alcohol, cigarette smoking, marijuana smoking, but their perception of what they thought their peers were doing. And also, interestingly, I asked them about where do you get your information from? Who do you believe, and where do you get the information from?
And the good news is students believe their parents over the internet and TV and all the mass media sources.
And that's the best news out of the whole survey. And this is very important because most parents, including myself, we always wonder how much our kids are really listening to us. And then we wonder, not only do they listen, but do they believe? And this survey says a resounding yes. Kids are listening and they are believing.
So really, the key here is make sure you are having those conversations with your kids about drug and alcohol use, because it is getting in.
It is absolutely sticking. Is getting in. When they ask kids, do you, for example, middle school students, they ask them, have you used cigarette smoking? Have you smoked a cigarette in the last 30 days? And about 7% of them said they had tried or smoked a cigarette. Now, I think that's 7% too much. However, the good news is that they thought their peers, their own peers, they thought were smoking at about a rate of over 50%. So there's a huge discrepancy between the reality and what they perceive as the reality. And this is an important misperception to correct, because what they perceive as the norm then leads to peer pressure and experimentation.
Right, and we all did that to our parents. Well, everybody else is doing it. But the truth is, really not everybody is, and that's the message we need to get out.
That's the message. Everybody is not smoking. Everybody is not drinking. You are the norm if you say no. And the message to parents, not just parents, but dare officers and teachers and the nurses in the schools, is that the kids are, in fact, listening. Even if they get inundated with information from the internet and from their peers, it's us that they believe.
And still, we have to be careful because there is use. Like you said, even 7% of our teens smoking is too high.
Right, and of course those numbers are a little higher in high school, so it means we can't be complacent, we can't stop. There were some other surveys, other studies that were done this past spring. One from California, they looked at teenagers, just released in March. They looked at teenagers and what influenced them to make decisions to drink and drive. And the overwhelming factor is that the parents' influence and the parents' belief system is what helps kids make the right decisions.
And that study, of course, done by Lee County Schools, is going to be released, you said, coming out in stages.
Right, they're going to release it in stages as part of an advertising campaign, because their true audience, we're talking to the viewers out there today, but their true audience is the kids in school. Those are the ones they're going after. So they're going to be releasing it in stages over the next several weeks to months.
Look for more to come out. And if you have questions for Dr. Andy about how to talk to your kids about drugs or alcohol or any other medical questions, you can always reach him by dropping him a line, 239-694-6246. And we still want you to send him your medical questions. It can always be a topic on the show. We want to answer your questions. Info@drandy.us. Dr. Andy, thanks so much.